Who's the idiot who does his PvP grind until the last minute? It's me! You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go post my stream here. Fuck it. Let's see what I get. Alright. So, in, like, an hour, Rival Wings will be popping. So until then, we're gonna do some CC. There's our progress. If I hit 15 today, I'm basically good. Let me just check the numeros. Yeah, we need 81 more crystalline conflict. Sorry, 105 crystalline conflict. 98 rival wings, or 73 front lines, at bare minimum. Assuming the worst case scenarios on each. So, I might as well just do some crystalline conflict to clear up numbers. We're currently over in the Australian servers because the rival wings crew do a... Let's find the bloomin' thing. Yes, I don't think Primal's still popping. We could head out there, but pardon me. You know, don't mind me being a bit of a wreck today. I've had a rough day. Anywho, we'll wait for that queue. Just waiting on stuff. I swear CC novel had to take this long. Oh dear, come on, game. There we go. Alright, let's see what we get. Okay, 3 tanks. This is gonna be an interesting match. Holy fuck, is that the Oblivious? Is that the Oblivious VR, or is it just a fan account? Ah, I knew it. Alright, welcome to PvP Hell. We'll have Rival Wings. I know time is hilarious at your end, but we'll have Rival Wings in about an hour. I'm trying to hit level 14. I'm trying to hit level 25, but, yeah, I say time's hilarious at your end. This is, you know, 7 o'clock Aussie time. Bloody oath. Oblivious, please. And here we got, like, 3 tanks in this one? This is gonna be chaos incarnate. I love it. I might just pop that for a few moments. But you know what? Completely fair. I shouldn't judge. Oh dear, come on, let's apply some pressure into this Black Mage, something I can actually kill. Oh, hello. Just heal there, run around this way. What do we got? You'll do. I normally do Warrior for PvP, but I've been trying Summoner lately. Oh, I'm dead. I've been trying Summoner lately because I kind of enjoy the, sitting back playstyle. I really don't need to pick up some other classes, though. Look, don't get me wrong. I love to just... Okay, yep, we'll fall back. I love to just, you know, charge into conflict. Hell yeah. Bonk. And... Gotcha! Eel. You know what, fuck it. You ulted on me and now you can't shield. I know the weakness of Warrior ult. Oh, that's a good Warrior. You know what, I got my ass kicked, but I respect that Warrior. And heck, I've not been as good with Scholar than Summoner personally. I don't know. Even though I'm pretty good with White Mage, the Summoner, I just don't get Scholar healing. Down you go. Shield. Around the corner. Let's get the speed boost on him. I'm gonna elixir. Apparently I'm not going to elixir. Okay, that's... Ow, my face. We're going to shield for a few moments. Just let the crew get everything out. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Heck yeah, I have to muck around and say, oh my god, one of my friends who I do play this with, she's a fucking nasty sage. Like, back when CC was new, we used to do matches together. We, you know, used to, if you queue at the same time, you can all get together in one match, generally fighting each other. You know, the Dark Knight impressed me. You get the commend. Sage is real good. Sage, super good. I do have to give Ast a proper tryout, though. I'm trying... Oh, hang on, where's my hand and land? I'm trying to get everything leveled, but... Man, it's almost like I've done too much PvP on Summoner for some reason. So many I have to level. But the endless grind comes first. And I do need just to see how Ast play after their rewear, because I kind of knew I haven't leveled an Ast, but I kind of knew how they play during Shadowbringers. That's the expansion, Shadowbringers. With the whole switching playstyle, I know they got changed up in Endwalker, but I'm not really... Yeah, they were worse back in the day. They were worse back in the day, because you'd very specifically get the cards that, am I looking on Tommy's? Yeah, you'd very specifically get the cards that are required. So, you know, as a tank, it's just like, okay, cool, you've come up with this card. That's the card that you apply to the tank, and no one else. Mind, you know, hey, RNG in a class. I play Dancer. I play the roulette wheel, so, you know. Ooh, here we go again. Let's see what we get. Yeah, it might be my Warcraft brain. Don't you have a way to... Oh, God, I remember you. I remember them from yesterday. They're nasty. Ooh, we got pretty even. Yeah, I think there's a way you can do that. It's not... I don't think it's my Warcraft brain, but I... Is it like... Yeah, there you go. It's the function keys. So F3 will go to that person, etc., etc. My function keys aren't exactly the easiest to just smack in the middle of a fight, let's be honest, but also that. You'd think there'd be something. Like, one thing... Oh my... Holy fuck, you immediately going in, cat? Jeez, okay, okay. Okay, apparently we just... Oof. Oh, g'day, Puggy. There'd theoretically be some way to do it. Yeah, like, theoretically there's some way to do it, though, because, you know, you can run it on your average PS4. Also, I don't think we're going to be winning this one, by the way. I don't think we're going to be winning this one. Yeah. My problem is, you know, as I've endlessly complained, oh hey, I'm a Warcraft player. Yeah, my brain is, you know, Warcraft. Fuck's sake, my fucking RP character back when I used to RP, I used the fucking ethereal model from World of Warcraft initially, just because I needed something, and fucking no one else is gonna use a fucking janky 3-polygon World of Warcraft model. But in World of Warcraft, you can do a lot of macro stuff like that. So theoretically, you should be able to in 14, especially because you can do a lot of PS stuff. Yeah, oh yeah, that'll do it. I'm Australia-based, so that's even worse for me. That's why I'm over here on Ravana today, rather than back home on Crystal, the RP server. Yeah. Oh, fuck, hold on. We got a conflict here. Let's start running, little man. That's set up. Okay, whole bunch of them here. And Poppity, hello, Bahamut! Let's give him a little introduction, shall we? Show him how it's done, little man! Oh, we might actually need to hold the line. As a tank main, I hate mechanists in PvP. You know what, that's completely fair, Puggy. If you want to play, here's first thing first. As I have been playing World of Warcraft since launch date person, I will recommend Final Fantasy XIV above World of Warcraft. However, Final Fantasy XIV has a super good, free trial, so that's part of the reason I'll also recommend that. Yeah, if you've got friends, absolutely. If you want the roleplay scene, it exists. Don't go to Belmong. Don't go to Belmong Quicksands. Unless you are a survivor of... Oh yeah, the fucking... Don't go to Belmong Quicksands. Here's the thing. I can survive there because I've been to a worse place. I've been... And this requires the appropriate setup. Moonguard Goldshire. Every World of Warcraft player out there just felt a shudder run down their spine. Yeah. I have been in the abyss. I know the things like friggin' Belmong, trust me. But I am biased. I do think Mattias is pretty good, though. Oh, bless your poor heart. Look, bless your poor heart. If you ever want to come to Warcraft, I can help with things, but Warcraft is a shit new player experience. Genuinely, the fucking new player experience in World of Warcraft is awful. Don't come to World of Warcraft. It is not a game for new people. I love it, but also it's not a game for new people. I am Ahab. Oh my, respect. Legion's the good shit. What was your main? What did you roll? Oh, you started during WoD. Oh, okay. Respect. I am normally a rogue main, but due to rogue playing like shit at the moment. Oh, goddamn, you're a raider. Yo, good match. Cat, you get the commend for most kills. What did It's still WoD. Yeah, they're pretty good about keeping around. What raids did you do? Did you get all the way up to Argus? Oh no. Yeah, that'd be a bitch. Oh no. Oh, Nighthold, yeah, hell yeah, that's Nighthold, Nightwell. Oh no, we got May against us, we're in trouble, It's a super good, it's one of the best raids in the game. They're actually doing a Legion, event soon. Oh god, how do I explain this? Okay, so, you know how in Final Fantasy you can just queue up and go to any dungeon in the game to help new players? You know how that's a great, awesome thing that'd be really cool in other games? They don't have that in World of Warcraft. But they have this thing called time walking, which is the best way to level a character. Like, May, stop! Stop just running into them! Gil, you're vicious! You are hungry for death and murder! Yeah. Oh no, not, oh, that's bad, it got toxic. Yeah, so they've done it since, but what they're doing is this thing called time running, where basically it exists just to level up new characters. I need some backup. Yeah, May died to May, that makes sense. One down. Old. No, completely fair. Save yourself. Very lucky you went there during Shadowlands. My played since vanilla ass quit during Shadowlands, which I think says a lot. Oh, yeah, Faye does. Oh, boy. About the magic of dealing with the jailer, aka Nipple Thanos. Completely fair. It is... Ow, my legs! It is the end of the season, so it is, It is that time. Oh, ooh, yeah. I've caught some of our Star Rail streams, though. I'm a bit of a lurker myself. Yes. Mind, you know, as me and a few other people in the Discord whine about my particular my gotcha of choice is Limbus. Excellent. God, I gotta give this Chris person some fucking credit. They woke up and decided to... They woke up and decided to kill the white mage. Yeah, negative. Yeah, that makes sense. Keep an eye out for Chrono. You know what? Completely fair. Do you want to hear my Limbus pitch? Faust knows everything. Now, Faust is a good pitch, I won't lie. Ishmael did it for me. Ishmael's got some good funny there. Which, man, it's almost like I quote the Ahab line that often. It's almost like friggin', you know, Ishmael gets the brain there. I will argue, though, I do think some of the parts of the city, the setting it's in, kind of remind me of Zephyra. It's not like one-to-one, but you can... If going into the deeper lore of the series, okay. So before there was Limbus Company, there was this one called Lobotomy Corp, which is basically, SCP the game. And basically, yeah, basically the way this setting works is you're in the city. It's surrounded by basically a wasteland. And it is a dystopian hellhole where there are 26 segments of the city, each run by a different company. And they are all genuinely pretty awful people. Like, you know, Lobotomy Corp, genuinely one of the best ways to survive certain things every day is just pull out a gun every now and again and start popping off the little NPCs who run around, because they're not your agents, so if they die, it doesn't matter. And also, if they die, it resets counters on stuff, rather than your agents dying. Life is cheap in the city. The setting gives me some Zafira vibes. Obviously, it is not one for one, because, you know, Zafira is our lovely hot mess of an RP setting we've invented out of the friggin' decades. Why are 2 people dead already? Yeah, like I said, it's only very vague. I would not apply one-to-one to anything, but I think genuinely there are some vibes there where you can kind of get a connection. I wouldn't mind, shaving filing the numbers off a few of the odd groups around, and I reckon they'd be fun RP factions in Zafira. Like the Index, I think, would be fun. They're not... They don't show up in Limbus yet, but they're in one of the other ones. With this criminal organization whose whole thing is they claim they can hear the beat of the city, and they get instructions from some giant machine, and sometimes they just go to someone random in the city and hand them a piece of paper that tells them to do something. And if they do that very particular thing, something has happened. Sometimes it's great. Other times they're handing out pieces of paper telling you to kill your friends and family. And if you don't do their instructions, well, they're gonna come and say hello to you and, not be very happy. Obviously, they're not exactly the easiest thing to get around, but I think they're like one of the more transferable groups in just like, he's just a weird criminal organization you could maybe use for a plot or two. They just give you a weird thing you need to do. And there might be consequences. You never know. And then, the other criminals are more traditional criminal. There's the mafia, there's the not mafia, all the regular sorts. But that's just my... that's my Limbus pitch. There might be some things to swipe for other settings. Alright, let's see how we go with this one, given we just got steamrolled. We just got absolutely crushed under the wheels of the enemy team. Let's see how things go this time. At least even if we die, it's more and more slowly towards rank 13. And in 20 minutes we get the fun. In 20 minutes we get rival wings. Unless they're still popping on Primal. I don't think they'd be popping on Primal. Tried to say that 10 times quickly. Popping on Primal this late into the day. Oh, thank you. No. While we respawn, let's just check how the old PvP Discord's looking. Come on. Come on. One down. Damn it, it's me. Get my shield quick and... Oh! Hi, Behemoth. Mirable! G'day, g'day. It ends on the 5th. That's next week. Okay, I reckon. One down. Two down. Oh, three down. Yeah, welcome to fun. If you want to suffer, if you come over to Oceanic, come over to Oceanic in 15 minutes. It'll be Rival Wings time. Everyone loves Rival Wings. Note, everyone includes Rival Wings Gorge, aka Mechion. And maybe a biased situation. Zay, hello there, my friend. You appear to be quite squishy at the moment. Let's take advantage of that, shall we? Yeah, no, that'll do it. If they normally... I think over on Primal, they're doing Rival Wings pushes, for Tombstones during the day, so... Perish, May. Yeah. You know, Mara, you know. I've been to a lot of just random RP areas in games. It's a bit of a thing I look into. Zay, you seem to be stealing my... my legs. Oh dear, dear. It's a good back and forth this current round though. Like, I appreciate a good back and forth. I think we might be on the back foot. Bucket Behemoth time. Oh, with my last breath, I took one of them out. This is gonna be hectic. This is gonna be a bit hectic, I feel. Oh no, they died. We fell. Oh, level up, beautiful. Oh, you'll do. Alright, that is a level up. So, we are aiming for... That's my Blue Mage spellbook. We are aiming for 15 today. And that is 14, so we should be able to get the clockwork up. And then it's just... Let me just quickly actually do the math. I say do the math, what I actually mean is apply this into the Melmstom XP calculator. If you ever do PvP grinding, I highly recommend you just grab that right there so you can visualize how fun your grind is going to be. Put in your current level, your goal level, and your XP, and that will tell you exactly how many matches you need. We need at least 99 more matches of CC, but I will be right back one moment. I'm going to be right back one moment. My throat is killing me. So, I'll be back very shortly. Random Rogadin jump scare, apparently. Alright, one more CC, and then we'll start queuing for Rival Wings. Now, I don't know how many people there have seen Rival Wings. But Rival Wings is great. I'm lying through my teeth. Rival Wings is something. By the way, you want to do the PvP because you can get this emote, which is very important if you want to have a bunch of chocobos going around your head. Actually, oh, overreact. There we go. That's a way to describe Rival Wings. Yeah, Rival Wings is the game mode that exists, we'll say. Also, if anyone wants a Fenrir pup, let me know. I'll literally drop it off on your server if I can come there. I don't know. I keep getting them from PvP. But, Rival Wings is an interesting mode. It's kind of like a MOBA. It's a game mode that exists. And no one ever plays it normally, unless they're doing the the grind. To get Winston. We're not done yet. We still don't have Wings of Fire. We don't have the title. If I manage to get that crazy title, I think that says something. And what I think it says is Rival Wings Addiction. What's that there? Come on. Oh, my legs. Yeah, I don't think this one's gonna go good. What are you doing back here, you two? Line for a few moments. I need our paladin here. I think I might have to go warrior. Hold the line. I tried to hold the line. Yeah, that happens sometimes. You know what? One match for the old classic. Oh, look, by the way, I need 1,000 tomestones because guess who's the idiot who doesn't have his relic weapons all sorted for Endwalker? It's me. Oh, grats. So yeah, I'm working on both Scholar and Sage at the moment. I'm 1,000 away from Scholar being complete. My Scholar gear, my Sage, my Summoner gear is absolute shit at the moment. It is just whatever scraps I had left over from 90. Because you don't need good gear to do PvP. If only we had that in World of Warcraft. Alright, let's see how things go with us as the tank. Alright, we've got May and we've got a Machinist. This is going to be interesting. Oh, why did they close position me? Target acquired. Damn it. Need to match my level of viciousness, guys. Yes, on a forum, someone's asking, like, why is WoW PvP not popular? It's like, look, imagine in Counter-Strike, if you had to if you were equipped with a fucking... You start equipped with a water pistol against people with, like, friggin'... full guns. That's how Warcraft PvP works. Yeah, pretty much. It's fucking coughing baby versus a hog bomb. Alright, what's that, Mekion? You seem to have a lot of problems with Warcraft. I wonder why. Yeah, it's because I play the game. Warcraft is one of those games like Ark, where it's like, played 10,000 hours, recommended, no. Thankfully, though, after this, we begin the fun time! Okay, you know, fuck it. We're going all in. All in. Let's do some murder, lads and ladies. Well, I went out on a blaze of glory. And nah, that's completely fair. I personally think War Within's pretty good. Yeah, no, that's completely fair, Puggy. As mentioned, the trial for 14 is good enough, I'd recommend it. Like, it's actually a pretty good trial for this type of game. You can basically play, Did they add Stormblood yet? Oh god, what's the fucking copy pasta? Play the free trial of the award-winning Heaven's Ward. Thank you, Oblivious. So you can play up to Stormblood, which... Actually, you know what? I just remembered some old... Some old... We're going to switch over to Rival Wings. we're going to switch over to Rival Wings, because the queues are starting. But I just remembered some old lore. Oh, Shadowbring is absolutely the real goat. But, it's very funny you mentioned Warlords a bit earlier, Oblivious. WoD, Warlords of Draenor. Did you hear about the Warlords of Draenor? Yeah, Dawn Trails. It's okay. I've played worse. But did you hear about... This is old Warcraft lore. Did you hear about the... Why am I still in CC? One moment. Real? Did you hear about the Warlords of Draenor to Final Fantasy XIV jump? Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they do next week, especially given that everything is hinting that I know who the patch boss is going to be. Okay, so I want to take you all back in time. Back to ARR has just finished up and Heaven's Ward is launching. A bygone era. Did you know, at this point in time, there was a bit of a scuffle on the Warcraft side that actually led... No, it's fine. This isn't spoilers of the... This isn't spoilers, this is patch silliness. Also, yeah, I suspect the boss is going to be thematic after a certain boss from Final Fantasy IX. I'll put it that way. Final Fantasy IX players know exactly who I'm talking about, and anyone who hasn't played Final Fantasy IX won't. There you go. If I mentioned that to a certain Hamsky, he'd know exactly who I was talking about. But, you know, just given certain themes in the last patch, certain themes of, mortality, ringing a couple of bells in the Final Fantasy IX side of things. Yeah, he would. He would. Similar themes happened in Final Fantasy IX. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying. It's probably going to be a bit more, you know, Final Fantasy XIV-ified than, I love them, but the four fiends were just the four fiends, just grabbed and put into Final Fantasy XIV. So it's probably going to be a bit more FF14 than they were. But, you know, I mean, look, I think you had me just shouting, "It's Roses of May, it's Roses of May," when you did a certain trial, so, you know. But anywho, let's go back in time, back to Warlords of Draenor, the current World of Warcraft expansion, which is being alongside Heaven's Ward. Now, if you don't remember, back in Heaven's Ward, one of the big things for Heaven's Ward is you could get a flying mount. You could fly around the map. A lot of the Heaven's Ward's maps are very designed for this very thing. As anyone who's done the dailies for the Vanu Vanu knows. That's the big selling feature of Heaven's Ward. You can fly. The name of the expansion, Heaven's Ward. That's flight. However, over in World of Warcraft, things weren't looking so good because, you want to know what just happened over in World of Warcraft? Over in World of Warcraft, this little, patch called, Hellfire Citadel came out, which is not a popular raid in World of Warcraft. It's very much, even though it did give us Gul'dan, it's very much just a raid that exists. I believe anyone who has played the Warlords of Draenor ones will agree with me that while it's better than Ogre Joint, Ogre Place, I don't even remember the name. It's better than the Ogre one, but it's not as good as Blackrock Foundry, because Blackrock Foundry is an absolute killer of a raid. But anywho, Hellfire launches, and so yeah, every time in Warcraft, they had this thing called pathfinding, where if you beat the expansion, or you could go and buy flying, once you hit max level, basically. And that hadn't happened in Warlords of Draenor. So, you know, there's a dev interview. Now, unlike Final Fantasy dev interviews, where stuff is nice, Warcraft dev interviews, especially at the time, were basically two very hostile parties. Do also note, this is the patch where if you played, say, a Warlock, a Demonology Warlock, you were told, yeah, we're destroying your spec, we don't want you to play it. I still remember this. I still remember Demonology being fucked over in that patch. Anywho, so the subject comes up, hey, flying. That's a thing. Now, also have to consider, the player base was a bit short with Blizzard during this expansion. Warlords of Draenor is infamously the second worst Warcraft expansion, and the only thing keeping it from being the worst is because Shadowlands exists. Now, the other thing to remember with Warlords of Draenor is we launched with the two raids. High Maul, that's the one. We launched with High Maul, which is Ogre Town, and Blackrock Foundry. Blackrock Foundry, great little raid. But the thing with Warcraft is typically every major patch, we get a new raid. So patch 6.1 for Warlords of Draenor. The first patch of it. We've been doing Blackrock Foundry for a while. Does it launch with a new raid? No, it doesn't. It launches with a selfie camera. That's it. That's all your content for this new patch. Selfie camera. Are you happy? You can take a photo of yourself. Hold on. Speaking of, I have to do the appropriate emote in game. You see that? That's me doing the entirety of patch 6.1 right there in a single emote. So, you know, World of Warcraft players are a little annoyed with Blizzard. You know, just a little. So, 6.2, Hellfire Citadel. We ask the question, where's flying? You're giving us flying mounts for the rep in this one. Where's flying, Blizzard? Would you like to know Blizzard's response? Would you like to know their response? Yeah, nah, we don't like flying. We don't like flying, so, yeah, we're gonna probably be removing it from the rest of the game. It's not coming forward in future expansions. It won't be in Draenor. People were not happy. People were livid, one may say. A might bit miffed, if you will. Quite curmudgeonly. But... oh, fuck. Hit's here. But. There is more. Gobby Juice. South is going to be... so, Gobby Juice empowers our little minions. So, Yeah, that's their response. And this started an actual fast exodus of World of Warcraft players to Final Fantasy XIV. It wasn't as big as the Shadowlands one, but a lot of the calls for people leaving WoW and going to 14 is like, you can fly in 14. You can just fly now. Obviously, you know, at the time you couldn't fly anyway. You couldn't fly in Old World until Shadowbringers late. But that was basically the first time WoW players jumped over to 14. And I don't think there's too many people who remember that happening. It wasn't as big as, you know, the Shadowlands incident. But, I think that's just an important part of history to remember. Gil, did you just blow your ult on a fucking one of them? Okay, lady, you do you. What way is that enemy op going? Okay, why are you at 11? What the fuck happened in mid? Why are you already at 11? The match just started. Yeah, I mean, if you weren't there for Shadowlands, I know I've got a few, you know, from the non-WoW side of things. Oh my god, okay, I'm gonna have to defend this op who's decided to go out here alone. I can't defend an op against 3 people. I'm a single summoner. Please. Please help the little cat boy. Can't do this alone. Oh, I'm dead. Don't think we're gonna be winning South Merc for some reason. Call it a hunch. Okay, let's try to get some tanks loaded up for everyone so we can... That's mine! Mine! Why are the enemy just roaming around our area? Piss off! This is mine! 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 Did you blow an ult on me? Why are there so many people on our side of the map? Just wanted some roamers. And welcome to why, Rival Wings is either... No, it's mine. Yoinky sploinky, I got it. You wanna come... Oh my god, okay, you know what? You get stunned. I have things to do that involve mid. motherfucker. Damn it. Yeah, so Rival Wings is an objective-based game mode where you have to go to the objectives, and if you don't go to the objectives, you fucking die. Alright, what do we got up north? It looks like we just have 2 cruisers. I don't see a... Up, there's the op. Buddy, I'm in my defensive territory. You do less damage here. Oh god, hold on. Why am I tanking so many abilities? Please, someone else help. I'm a squishy caster. Oh god, I think we're in trouble. Yeah, I don't think we're winning this one, lads and lasses. I think we're cooked. I need to deal with this black mage so I can go and attack those. Oh, I'm cooked. Alright, so we have a bunch coming from north. The ops are coming from north, so that by far is the bigger threat. Take out that Viking. Alright, now south looks cooked, so let's scuttle our way down south. I often say, hey people, come join me in Rival Wings. This is why you might not want to. Remember, sometimes Mechion lies and says awful things will actually be fun for you. However, if you do Rival Wings, you can get Winton Overwatch as your mount. Oh, piss, that's the fucking bear. Can you get any damage on him? We got someone in mid. Alright, we got an op coming from south. The op must perish. Alright. Now I need to deal with these. Op coming through mid. You can handle the CCs. The op is priority target. God damn it, ninja. Ouch. of my base. Out, out, shoo. You, run! Flee! My legs. This is also why, if you're ever in Rival Wings, and if you say have full ceruleum, please use the ceruleum to get a mech. Because boy, if Team F would use a cruise chaser right about now to help clear up the enemies, it would make my life a lot easier without having to go manually do it as a summoner. I don't want to waste that on. Just ran a shark into our base. Come on, people. You can't let him do this. We got another mare coming. That's going to be another pain. So yeah, if you beat up the mercenary when he's at the top or south camp, then you get him as like an elite unit who can go and run up on the opposing team's towers. You'll notice the fact I've had to kill him multiple times while he's running up on our towers, how well our team's been doing about that. This is the problem with Rival Wings and why it's the least popular game mode. Because if you just start losing, there's no turnaround. You're just kind of cooked. The only turnaround is making the opposing team suffer by refusing to die. Oh, speaking of, yeah, this is what you get for doing 100 wings in Rival Wings. Remember, any damage to a mech is good damage, because they can't heal that. Which is why, even if I will die, I always prioritize attacking a mech. Because I come back in 5 seconds, but they're a lot more costly to replace. Oh god, fucking damn it. Well, no one's calling out the ops. Why is there an op down there? Guys, you gotta do call outs. You can't just... Now, I'm not saying that you can tell if it's going to be a cooked match of Rival Wings if no one talks, but there seems to be an amazing coincidence between communication and winning the game. Thankfully, though, we're going to force a timeout on them. Like, we're losing, don't get me wrong, but we've forced them to stay the whole 15 minutes. So we went out stubbornly. That'll do. I think you were doing that, whatever. Rival Wings! I love this game mode! But also, it makes me cry. Anyway, give me one moment, I just have to have my tablet. Pardon me, I hate tablets. But we are halfway to level 15, so we are going to be hitting it tonight. If you do want something from PvP, I would recommend... Given these are all going to be available in 2 years, I would just recommend get Dazed, because Dazed is funny. We got the framework hits. I can only see what Fields of Glory actually does. Let's go and while we wait... Let's see what Fields of Glory give us. Now, I got, the accent from Volcanic Flames, which just adds fire. And the accent from Volcanic Flames is the best, it's the best one. It just adds fire onto your thing. So, Fields of Glory. Yep, that's Fields of Glory, alright. Yeah, Elegant. Oh, okay, you got crystals. That's a pretty good frame. You can do some fun with that. Actually, yeah, we could do that with our Paladin, for example. We could add in some crystals there. If you've got weapons from a certain Endwalker boss fight, I reckon that would look very nice. Oh, do I still have that as my sand glam? Okay. Okay, I like my botanist one. When are you ever going to see a botanist portrait, though? Let's be honest, but I like that one. Though I have just been rocking the spacesuit on those, because you'll never guess who was doing a whole bunch of leveling crafters in space. Speaking of leveling, Poetics, we're still 400 more. That's fine, that's fine. But yes, outside of the dreary Limson Leminson day, I do hope everyone's, days have been going well. Mine was going. Mine was a day. Let's put it that way. But I survived it, which is what matters. I just realized while we're waiting, do we have any fancy umbrellas? We've got the Loperosol. It's not really me. Not the fanciest. Yeah, I had to stick with the Fat Cat one for a very obvious reason. Cat. I should, in fact... Oh, mate, Wally's roast chicken. Yeah, mate. Bloody oath. Bloody Wally's roast chicken, mate. Anyone who isn't an Australian is not going to get that name. Woolies is, it's Woolworths. It's one of our major supermarkets here. And they always, you can go down to Woolies and they'll always have some they'll just have a roast chicken. Yeah, Neko and Red, that makes complete sense. They would know. But, you can always just go down to Woolies, get a roast chicken, so I very much appreciate the random Lullafell who's just a Woolies roast chicken. Look, the real power is if we find a Bunning. If we find anyone who's dressed up as or named Bunnings, that is the real power. But unfortunately, the Aussie servers aren't as popular as the US ones. Oh my word! Look, it's Aegis. Oh, that's a terrible joke. Ah, dear. But yeah, the Aussie servers aren't as popular, so while you can occasionally find some funnies, it tends to be pretty quiet. Oh, I know, back... Gauges. Incredible. They were Garuja Aegis. They were Gauges. Oh my god. Holy shit, Gauges confirmed? But yeah, when I went to PAX a few years back, after Endwalker released, they had a... I haven't been back to PAX since. That was a terrible fucking year for PAX, by the way. Oh my god, I've got some... who wants to hear Mechion rant about an Australian convention from years ago? Even though, frankly, it wasn't their fault. It would just come off, you know, the COVID. And not many video game studios came over to Australia, but, one did. No, there were, there were two. There were two, in fact. There was Square, and there was Sega. And Sega was great. I hung out in a queue with Bridget, Guilty Gear, while we waited to play Sonic Frontiers. But, the Final Fantasy one. So you have to consider, just imagine a few years ago, right? You know, just sort of when COVID's happened. COVID's just ended. So you can go out and you can go to conventions again. You can go and enjoy yourself. Final Fantasy XIV has hit its absolute peak. It has hit the, we are no longer having a free trial, stop joining the game period of playing. And you can, at this very point in time, go to Jeff's shed in Melbourne and fight Zodiac. Fight Zodiac with 7 other complete strangers. And if you win, you get a t-shirt. I still have the t-shirt. But, also, it was the most insanely popular thing at the event, because basically no other game studios were there. Like, you know, there was the indie corner and all that. That was all there. But for the main developers, it was just Square and Sega. And look, don't get me wrong, I love Sonic Frontiers, but Sonic Frontiers wasn't pulling Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker numbers at the time. So yeah, it was a little bit popular. It was a lot a bit popular. If you weren't queued up by opening hour, you weren't getting into the Final Fantasy event. That's how long the queue was, and this is an all-day thing, by the way. I queued for 3 days. 3 days to get that t-shirt. But I have it. I have the You Beat Zodiac t-shirt. I'm also kind of kicking myself because the last time I went was when Stormblood launched. And I didn't play at the time, but I probably could have got a shirt saying I killed Susano. And it's like, God, I wish I'd known. I would have absolutely just faked playing to get a shirt saying I'd killed Susano. The Lord of the Revelry on a t-shirt? But it looks like we missed the last Rival Wings one, so we're probably going to be in for the queue after it. But that's fine, that's fine. Or maybe we might be lucky. We might be lucky and there might be 2 Rival Wings running at once. We've only ever had that happen incredibly rarely, and it's a miracle every time it happens. Just thinking if there's anything else we do need to run around and do. We can get 1 Cosmic Crystallite, but that's... I mean, I could head out and actually go and worry about getting my funny rocks, but no. It's PvP time. Funny rocks can wait until next patch. It will be interesting to see how next patch does go. We've seen... Okay, now, here's the thing. As a long-term MMO player, I know one thing is sacrosanct, one thing is absolutely true. Fashion is eternal. Eye level comes and goes, but fashion is what lasts. So I'm going to be interested to see how next patch goes. The outfits for the next one of the FF11 Walker, apparently the outfits of some of the female heroes in that game. I know a lot of people were popping off over the aiming set, because that's apparently an old dancer artifact set from FF11. So, I admit I have not played FF11. I have a big blind spot there. But that'll be interesting to see what sets there are. Plus, I think they're finishing off the Final Fantasy XIV reference sets in this one, though. I think they're doing a more Are they doing a more garnety set? A more daggery set? I don't remember. I think they're doing it. I want a set that looks like Freya. I'm that simple. I just want something Freya-y. I got my set that looks like... I got my knight set. I really like it. I'm not wearing it at the moment because this Catboy has a very particular look and it's Barbarian Man. But if they can complete the FF9 heroes, that'll be very fun. Because they do like to do some of the hero ones. Back in Endwalker, we got the all the sets done up like the old FF4 heroes and all that. So that was nice. Though. Yeah, we definitely missed the most recent match. Oh, there we go. I was about to unqueue and go queue CC for a few moments. Nope. The one thing I am interested, I do hope they do one day, though they may not, because, you know. But they gotta let us fight Sephiroth at some point. Not Sephiroth, we already fought him, but Sephiroth. You know, big sword. Hardest boss in Kingdom Hearts. Oh, hi whale, that's a little too big. There we go, shark will do. Yeah, another Discord I'm in. We got this poor person into playing Final Fantasy XIV. And they hate Sephiroth. So occasionally people will just spam Sephiroth pictures at them. And they long for the day their Catboy will finally be able to use his Catboy hands to murder Sephiroth. So I say we just make this a reality. Let the Catboy fight Sephiroth. You know, I know Cloud's got his whole beef with them. No, let the Catboy kill Sephiroth. What's the worst that can happen? And I really shouldn't be out here because this is Gobby Juice. Gobby Juice is useless. Gobby Juice empowers your little PvP little lane. It empowers the mammoths that go up and down the lanes. But, like, you can sneeze at a mammoth and they die. So, like, compared to the other two things you get from here, you can either get a tank that just rolls a fucking tank up on your enemy. You want to go? You want to have a go at it, huh? Alright. Yeah, have a go. Good fight. You have the tanks that just absolutely shred through enemies. Or you can have the... Okay, we are full on Ceruleum. I think I'm gonna go murder that op, you know? Fun fact, it's the original dungeon this guy's from that got me interested in this game. So I kind of have a massive soft spot for the Cruise Chaser. Anyway, let's murder this off. Hello, friend! Hello, fellow robot! Do you try to escape my loving embrace? Haha, you can't escape. Thank you. Alright, let's clear house, shall we? Alright, let's try to clear this up. Dark Knights. They're going to explode very shortly, but that's fine, that's fine. I've got another 60. Alright, looks like we're going to be on mech duty today. I'm fine with this. I pilot a good mech. Just leave him to be killed. So the Cruise Chaser is an anti-player and anti-mech unit. Spin Crusher does big damage to fellow mechs, whereas the Laser Sword shreds players. Now the problem is, they're not the tankiest thing. They are a bit squishy, especially when the entire enemy team focus fires you. But, I just saw that we actually got the... There we go, allied with Falcons. Oh, we are out of ceruleum, so... Oh my god, this fucking paladin! Why didn't anyone kill him? Well, fine. It's up to me then, okay. I can do some murder. Run faster, armor boy! Alright, let's get up onto the mid and make sure we can get it, because we want, main ceruleum tank gives us 50 CE, which lets us everyone make a mech immediately. So, if you can get this, you can just starve your opponent out. We'll keep calling out where the ops are coming. The big ones down there are the ops. They are... If we... I don't think we're going to use an op ourselves. We might, depending on how other teams are looking. I think we're ahead, and this big boy behind us is the Brute Justice. The Brute Justice is, you can only summon once a tower is destroyed. It's the strongest mech. It's good at destroying everything. Big push north. Whereas the op... Why do we have an op running around the middle? You don't want the op running around the middle. Ops are slow, but they're the best at destroying towers, which is why I'm calling them out anytime I see one. They're very easy to bully. And you want to bully an op. Trust me. They are, however, they are tankier than a cruise chaser. But they cannot handle people. I've managed to do some silly kills with an op myself, but they are not built to kill people. They are built to destroy towers and destroy bases. And, oh, this, no, he's gone. Okay, it's going to be both of our towers down. We are presently losing. Right, we got their tower down, because that was a, that's our funny friend, the, their brute justice. Okay, we got both of their towers down. So we just need to punch their core. Oh, this is a firefight. Okay, okay. That's fine. Let's call down some suppressive fire. Hold on, we might be losing mid. Let me go in, Nah, we got mid good. 2 enemy cruise chasers north. We've got 2 ops coming through the middle. A lot of people send ops through the middle. I personally don't like to do this. I personally think sending an op through the middle is an excuse for the enemy team to dogpile that op and end them. That should only be done if you're really just pushing the opponent. Or you need like a stealth tech. You need a distraction. Because I personally think it makes the ops too vulnerable. Nah. We got ninjured. So I personally, whenever you do this, you sort of want to keep enough pressure on both sides that they can't just sneak an op through. Looks like we're going to have a mech soon. The op has been intercepted, and that brute justice looks like it's going to have it handled as well, so we'll head up here. Okay, our brute justice is basically about to go punch their core out. That's going to be great. We'll wait for the mech to spawn. Aha, I knew it. Hello there, friend. Nope, no elixir for you, buddy. Ow, my legs. Come on, buddy. You want to go? Ow. He blew his LB on me. Oh, and there we go. There's exploded. There we go. You can win Rival Wings. See, it's not a myth. It actually can happen. Win or lose, we are going to hit level 15 after this, so we will call it following this. We'll call it for the evening. Evening, that's the word. Oh, wait, let's just go see if there's anyone kicking. Okay. Seems like my Argek might be kicking around. Oh, we got Urza again. Yeah, this is Rival Wings. It is a chaotic hot mess of a game mode, but it's a chaotic hot mess of a game mode that gives you tomestones relatively quickly, and you get a robot gorilla. It's not for everyone, but I am addicted. There we go. Well, in fact, we will go... We will, in fact, go eat monkey. It's time for monkey madness. Pop that. Oh, barely got him down before we died. I'm gonna elixir up. Ah, we've got a Salted Earth Shouter. Okay. Looks like they're doing a pretty heavy north push, from what I'm seeing. That shouldn't be too bad, though, because we managed to win mid. So what this funny symbol here is if your team kills more people, you get bonuses up to level 20. So this makes it really hard if you're a team that has killed the opponent team at mid, right at the start of the game. This makes it very hard for them to the opponent team to catch up, because now you're doing more damage to them. Oh, there's the buff description. Deal more damage and heal more HP. And that stacks depending on how many people your team kills. Ooh, that op might be in for a bad time down south. I need to help clear the hot mess up here first, though. Okay, that's pretty clear. F, beautiful. Let's go and grab a mech, and... Enemy op is north. I reckon we're going to head north, and we're going... Oh, god damn it! Okay, here's a... Well, I was going to grab a CC and go put some pressure on north. But instead, we're going to be on foot, and we're going to hop up here, and we're going to kill this op. Oh no, we're not going to. It's right here. He's running! Oh, I'm in direct danger. It's always the second op. Ow. We've got pretty good control over south, so we might be able to get Nick. Let's force him back. Oh, I'm in danger. Because ops do so much damage to towers, they're always priority 1. Just keep up. We'll keep up our big boy here because this is a pretty good, just general area of damage to the opponent. Okay, I think they're pushing north for some reason. This is only the 3rd op they've sent up here. Call it a hunch that they might be pushing this way. You know, just a little bit of a hunch. Just a little bit of a... Ow, my legs. A little bit of a hint. Oh, I'm in danger. You know what? That'll do. Sort of just keep the pressure up here. Okay, we've got a bunch of people mid. That's good. It's another ceruleum tank, so if we get that, that's another 50 ceruleum to everyone, but we also want to try to starve the opponent. You know what? I'm feeling cheeky. Let's pop it. Tee-hee-hee. That'll break in advance. Looks like South is going to get some. I'm going to stay with the op. Give your shield. Oh, that poor Machinus! Oh, I remember you, you little... That Machinus was the one who was giving us grief last round. They got deleted. Machinus, it's always Machinus. Machinus are really good at PvP, by the way. Especially at just killing mechs. Your LB... Oh fuck, that's a cruisy. Your LB as a Machinist is the big sniper rifle. If you've done a certain little... Oh. Northern Merc, that's us. Fuck, pop down. Suppressive fire. There we go. Mercenary is ours for bonk him in the head a couple of times. Oh, we got 3 cruise chasers coming. Okay, okay. I think they know where we're attacking. Call it a hunch. Oh, we got another... Oh my word, we got another ceruleum tank in mid. I'm gonna go run into the field and just try to get some more ceruleum for our mechs. These funny glowy yellow things are actually ceruleum. And if you have 50 ceruleum, you can make a mech. Yes, I'm quite aware ceruleum... Hello? Is that a lone oppressor without any defense? Poor lonely baby. I'm gonna have to go send him back to the safety of his base. We might be breaking his knees in the process, but you know. And that's why, if you're on an oppressor, get an escort. Speaking of, red team appears to be causing some trouble here at the, at middle. So it looks like we got a pretty big batch coming north. Does look like, though... Their core's only on 19, so if we manage to get another BJ through, that will win us the game. Oh, that was not good. Okay, I think they're not as happy with me popping ults on them as before. Call it a hunch. Now we got the gob crate coming. If the round lasts that long, that's the one that drops a tank in on them. Alright, hold on. We're gonna have to chase these lads and lasses off. Bloody heck. Okay, they... Jeez, they really just went for that tower. But we held them off long enough. That was their tower down. That is a series level up. Level 15. And for our task at hand, we have received the most appropriate of all... Oh, hold on, we have to go outside for this one. Look at him. My precious son, look at him. We gotta go outside to show the true majesty. Where is my... There you are. Oh no, we don't get the follower as well. Aw. I was hoping we get the follower as well, so we could have "Don't talk to me and my son." But with that majestic round of Rival Wings, that will be enough for today. I will probably be doing some off-camera grinding. I'm probably going to go and do some... I'm probably going to go over to Ark and finish my missions, because guess who's a fool who needs to deal with these cats that are on fire? It's me. However, thank you all for coming along. Thank you all for joining us on this fun, exciting voyage. Hopefully, maybe you've been tempted to come and check Rival Wings. Maybe. To help us pop the queue more. Whatever. However, regardless, I hope you all had fun. I hope you had a lovely little day. Where the hell is... There we go, Stream Manager. And I will see those of you I see next time then. Until the next all, have a good one.